Hello, this is Professor G. I put together a tool to help students come up with a winning new venture idea and or if they've got two or three ideas, help them isolate the idea that will win the new venture competition. Finding and developing a winning new venture idea. First and foremost, I want you to understand that in my opinion, there are multiple pathways to ideation. I'm going to talk about a bug list, passion driven, problem driven, and opportunity driven. When we look at ideation, one of the first questions we should have, or one of the first issues, should I jump into ideation in isolation alone, or should I do it in a group setting? I am a big advocate of group ideation, if at all possible, and why. When I'm in a group of two or three people, I get the shared life experience of those three people. And so we are challenging each other, giving each other feedback, giving each other ideas. And in that process, there's like a refining process. We have 3 to 5 people contributing to this discussion. And at the end of that meeting or that discussion, we're probably going to come out with a stronger, better idea. Again, individual ideation works great. You can work through this workbook on your own. But if you have a chance, it's always fun to do this with 3 to 5 people. I would also encourage students at CMU to walk down to the idea den. There are always other students there, and it's amazing to watch students come in and share ideas. And it's just always a really positive experience. So definitely take advantage of the idea den. Bug list. What is a bug list? A famous Stanford professor came up with this idea to help students ideate, and it's called literally a bug list. And what a bug list is, as you go about the course of your day, you write down the things that bother you. And at the end of the week, you reflect upon your list. You look at your list and you say, you know what, there's 5 things that consistently bother me throughout the course of my week, my day. Most of them, they're annoying, but they're probably not worth me investing time and money in solving. But there's 1 or 2 that are significant. I think, you know what, there's probably other people that are bothered by that. And maybe if I can find a solution for that problem, the thing that's bothering me and other people, there might be a new venture there. So bug lists are a great and a fun thing to do. Passion. I've worked with a lot of young people, and sometimes when we challenge them to ideate or come up with an idea, they get stuck. What I have learned is that a great way for us to find inspiration is passion. What do you love to do? Are you an artist? Is music your thing? Sports your thing? Doesn't matter. Whatever gets you excited. Think about gaming. I know a lot of students are into gaming. What about gaming could be better? So think, if you're a gamer, think about my gaming experience and how could I make that better? That's what we're talking about here, leveraging your passion for ideation. Keep in mind that entrepreneurship isn't about always inventing a new product or service. A good example would be Steve Jobs and the iPhone. He did not invent the cell phone, but the iPhone was a landmark improvement over the basic iPhone. Do you see a problem in the world? Often, when we ask young people or entrepreneurs to ideate from a problem solving perspective, we kind of isolate it to our personal lives or just our immediate vicinity. But maybe you could leverage the power of ideation, entrepreneurship to solve a larger problem in the world. If, for example, sustainability is something that you're very passionate about, is there something that you could do? So you're going to write down 3 big issues in the world today. Maybe it's environmental, maybe it's energy, clean energy, fossil fuels, hunger. And then you're going to dream big in solving those problems. This is beautiful because you're leveraging the power of entrepreneurship and ideation to solve the world's problems. Do all new ventures solve problems? I would like to say yes, but we have cases out there where it's hard to find the problem that was solved. And these are instances where entrepreneurs take advantage or seize upon an opportunity in the market. The best example I'd like to talk or share is the pet rock. The pet rock, I don't know that it solved any problem. I've thought about it, but it certainly took advantage of a market opportunity. The original pet rock was developed in the 1960s. It sold for $3.95 per rock. It was a rock in a cardboard box. They sold 5 million of them for approximately $15 million total. Another example would be liquid death water. When I was traveling last year for business, I was in a hotel room for about 5 days, and so I went to a store to buy some water to keep in my hotel room, and I saw liquid death water on the shelf. It was amazing, the marketing, the branding, but what really got me was this really cool tagline, murder your thirst. So I paid $5 for a can of liquid death water, and it really didn't taste that good, didn't provide any type of additional health benefits, didn't solve a problem in my life, other than the sense that it was just a really cool packaging. Fast forward, and Liquid Death is valued, the company, at $700 million. So from zero to $700 million in a very short period of time. Another great example of taking advantage of an opportunity. Okay, I've got my idea. What do I do next? Well, it's time to test our idea. Ideation, we develop ideas, and they are assumptions in the sense that we are assuming that there is a customer that would purchase our product or service, but we don't really know until we test that. First thing we look at is these 3 rings represent the initial stages of testing an idea. I'm not going to go into great lengths in discussing idea validation, problem validation, etc. That will be something we do a little bit later. But I will give you kind of like the next step in this ideation, which is desirability, feasibility, and viability. I've got a great idea, at least I think it's a great idea. Do other people want it or like it? Would it be desirable to customers? Can it be made? Is it feasible? All new ventures have a cost. We need revenue to launch a new venture. Will the expected revenue that comes in exceed cost? Is it financially viable? What you're looking at here is something that's really cool. This is a treasure map. The business model canvas is a way for us to test our ideas before we spend too much money on a new venture. Our idea, our value is a value proposition essentially. And so our idea fits here. This is kind of the center point of the business model canvas, and you can see how desirability, viability, and feasibility fit with the business model canvas. I don't have the time in this video to talk about the business model canvas in detail. The purpose of me sharing it is really just to say, once you've got your idea, we're going to essentially work it through the business model canvas, go through the various elements of the business model canvas, and hopefully at the end of that process, revenue exceeds cost and we have a successful new venture. The next big step in developing a new venture idea is customer validation. Not going to say a lot about that in this video. That's something beyond the context of the specific purpose of this workbook, but I did want to share again what are the next steps, and one of those is customer validation. we actually engage our customers and get feedback on our idea, which greatly helps us modify, change, move forward. There's a wonderful video down here by Justin Wilcox where he gives you a strategy on how to conduct a customer validation interview. Actually gives you a template of some questions that you can use. It's a wonderful video. I encourage you to check it out. I'm excited for everyone. Developing a new venture idea, it's just a fun process. And it's always a win because you're always moving forward. Thank you very much.